Vincent D'Onofrio deserves an award for this episode. Last episode was Bullseye. This episode, the emotion that man elicited throughout this episode carried this episode. The whole sense of urgency, the storytelling, the backstory, the why these characters are, is what was in this episode. The whole him with Wessa and the whole situation with how he met Vanessa and the painting from the imagery of her, like, oh, this painting would catch somebody's attention if you find the right person. And then you come to the end of the episode and the right person was Kingpin. The episode was beautiful. Absolutely incredible. One of the best performances I have seen. The episode was carried by him, as well as the emotion of the intensity of the situation. Will Vanessa live? I thought it was going to just go straight to it and get to the action. They did not do that, and I am grateful they didn't do that. They gave us hope spots. They did a whole wrestling main event for this story. They gave us a whole wrestling storyline. Well, we thought she was just ended earlier, and then we have these other situations. All the way from when he told the people, the police officers, his task force, that I want them, but I want them alive. And he said it not once, twice, and that second time, I had fear because Vincent put his foot into this role, and I appreciate every bit of it because I got scared when he said, I want them alive. Oh my God. And then we go from the scene from that to watching BB in this situation, finding out the hospital that Blake and Kingpin was in, and asking what she's alive for her story. And the whole time I'm sitting there like, I get, BB, that you're a reporter. I get that's your job. But a lot of this show, I don't know if you're exactly a great person. I know, I get it. Are you a great person? Because why on earth would you ask that man, is she alive? And then he asks you about the situation. You're putting him in a dangerous spot that he's protecting you and him. And then you actually report on it. We find out when he's with Buck. You reported the hospital, which puts him in danger. Do you love this man? And then when she hugged him, I'm like, maybe she do love him. He loves her clearly because he would have been ratted her out if he didn't. But I'm like, you kind of trifling. This man is protecting you, and you kind of vengeful right now. Your obsession with Kingpin. If you really love this man, either as a friend or whatever, you're going to get him ended. That's the dangerous part of BB. This is going to be my raw reaction. I'm not even editing this. This is not even, this is going straight out. And then Bullseye, talking about the cycle of life. He's not supposed to be alive after what he did to Foggy. Not because of what happened to Foggy, which intrigued me, but what happened when he fell off the roof. 4 stories. No man is supposed to survive that. And the dynamic of when she passes, after what I did to Foggy, I got Vanessa. Then they get me. Everything's squared. The scales are even. Versus Daredevil, Matt, continuously trying to save him. He's trying to save him the entire time. And I'm sitting there like, who's going to win this? Who's going to win this argument? Who is right in this situation? Because scale-wise, you probably should leave him alone. You're putting so many people's lives in danger right now, Matt. But then you get the backstory. You see him and Foggy. Shout out to him. We got Foggy. I was excited to get a whole episode of Foggy, knowing that he's not around. And you got to see the start of the case of his old friend who was in jail, who was going to jail to get ended for a plea deal. And then they found the paper, of course, that put the wrong address by They just made up some crap. But it had the wrong address on it. So, of course, it didn't count. Him helping the guy out, giving him money so he could get a place to stay to hide from the people. And you see Foggy's character, and you see how Matt was different. Matt was like, this is not a good dude. We should not let this man out of jail because he's not a good person. He works with the mob. He sells drugs. He's not a good person. And the whole thing about that is mercy. No matter what you did, if you lose your life, you can't get a second chance. To him giving their funds to start their company, to him to help him out. Being that good dude that Foggy is, that in the first season, Matt says, me and you don't deserve to mention him because we're not like him. He's the purest soul. He gave this man all our money to start our business, to support a man who relentlessly made fun of him the entire time. His whole childhood. He made him clean his shoes. He gave him mercy. It said a lot about Foggy, and it shows you the shift in Matt till it gets to a point. Then you have the deputy mayor, after we talked about what happened with BB, he's in the car with him. And Buck lets him know it got leaked. We have to take care of it. He goes into a house, get a saw and a shovel, takes him to the middle of nowhere. This whole scene was amazing too, because my guy, Deputy Mayor Daniel, is petrified. Great acting by him too. He is petrified this whole way. He's begging, he's pleading. Once you get to the end of the episode, you start wondering if Buck even knew what he was begging for or even cared. Like, I promise you I didn't do it, but I will go away if you think I do. I will not give you any issues anymore. I won't give you no problems. I promise. I will leave you alone. And my man just said, saw or shovel. You do anything for us? I know you will. Saw or shovel. That man is blessed because he's the one person that doesn't make sense right now. He's the one person that doesn't make sense what's going on. But I appreciate that scene too. Then we go to the final scene of the Bullseye Daredevil. They're in a church and the task force is on their necks. They're right there in the church there. They know he's there. They sense it. Daredevil hears him. He's got to let him in because no matter what, they just going to run it anyway. Bullseye's down. Matt leaves. Said, I'm sorry I tried to save you. That's all I can do. And he has the thought of Foggy in the scene I talked about and how he told him about mercy. And he comes back for Bullseye. He grabs on Bullseye, takes his hand, which shocked me because Bullseye been telling him to leave the whole time. But after this one, he can't possibly leave. It's too late now. So he's like, okay, you ain't going to leave unless I leave. So I'm not finna get you hurt too. That's what I'm thinking Bullseye thought. Let me know in the comments what you think. And he saves him. He comes back. After he told him he's sorry for leaving him, he comes back, saves him. They get out the situation. We find out he goes and meets Karen. And now they're going to have a whole thing because he probably knows that Daredevil's with him. Because what happens at the end, that scene, I said at the beginning, Vincent D'Onofrio. Not only that, Vanessa, by the way, throughout the whole episode, absolutely gorgeous. I think they made her younger in that scene. Absolutely gorgeous woman. But that acting at the end to tell me a story and him being emotional. And then the relief after the pineapple juice and all that. The relief on his face. The love that man showed in that situation. That you're different. The panic he had when he told the nurse to get the pineapple. And he's like, no, he ain't treating her like that. And then like him telling the story about how they met. And you find out that the empty painting he bought. And she tells him to keep telling the stories. And he's like, you overpaid. And it's a sentimental moment. You like, oh, maybe she'll live. And then she hit the, and the pain and anguish that Vincent D'Onofrio put. I'm saying his name, not just Kingpin. The anguish he puts on his face. The help, the panic he has. The crying was top notch. Some of the best I've ever seen. I'm happy it didn't go the way we said it was going to go in this episode. Now it probably will after. But I'm happy we got this. This is not even a cool down episode because no fighting and nothing. That's not even a cool down. This was an emotional roller coaster. And when she passed and you saw that image of all of a sudden she go from her young face to the face with the scarf on her head and to the thing on her head with the thing and the painting in front of her. And then you see the light take her, meaning she's gone now. top notch. Top notch. We're doing a review later this week, probably Friday live. So be here live Friday. Look for the time on the page. So hit that notification button, like button, subscribe button, all that. If you got a chance and you got a hype button, you can leave that too. But we're talking about it Friday. So be here Friday because we're gonna break down what I believe is gonna happen, what we think gonna happen. We're gonna break down the Easter eggs I didn't get because this is a raw reaction. I'm not even gonna edit this time. We're just gonna put this out because I want to get y'all thoughts. I want to know your opinions on the episode. Were y'all so happy that what people thought wasn't right? This gave the old school Daredevil feel. I know we say it every week, but peace.